20, senior Henry Schreifel. On defense, number 21, sophomore Devin Karlstrom. And joining him on defense is number 55, sophomore Dominic Campione. And in goal for the Skyhawks, number 31, freshman Leonard Lipskis. The head coach of the Skyhawks in his first season is David Berard. Assistant coaches are Matthew Kramer and Brian Regali. Tonight's referees are Patrick Sharon and Gregory Tufin. Linesmen are Stephen Riley Jr. and Cody Sullivan. Ladies and gentlemen, to begin tonight's contest, we will now share a message of unity developed by members of the Stonehill Athletics Task Force to address racial injustice.
Stonehill Athletics pledges to support people of marginalized races and actively combat racism in thought, words, and actions. We understand that justice anywhere is just justice anywhere. In a seeking a more just and compassionate world, we must think, act, and be as one. Together, we're stronger, our voices will be heard, and we encourage you to stand with us in combating racism. Thank you.
Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening from Bridgewater Ice Arena for this afternoon to this. And the visiting Youth College Garden Chargers. Jake Levin with you on the call here on Skyhawk Vision. NEC Front Row. Both these teams 1-0 to start this very young season. Both these teams coming off overtime thrilling victories. Opening weekend for Stonehill. They knocked off Merrimack 3-2 in overtime up in North Andover. David Berard's first game as Stonehill coach. Skyhawks go on the road and get the game winner in OT from the former Merrimack Warrior, Devlin O'Brien. 3-2 Stonehill wins. It's David Berard making his home coaching debut here at Bridgewater Ice Arena. Union, meanwhile, they played Army to a 4-3 win last week. The game winner coming from who else? John Brocock, second-team All-American a season ago for the Garnet Chargers. He already has one ECAC Defenseman of the Week award. He had an assist as well in that game against West Point. Brocock, number 21 for Union. He's a 6'3 junior from Wisconsin. You'll see him plenty at some point. But starting lineups tonight, the Garnet Chargers, Parker Lindauer, who just lost that draw to Joel Lettinen. It's Lindauer flanked by Caden Villegas and Josh Nixon. Cullen Ferguson and Brendan Miles back at the points with Kyle Chavette, making the start between the pipes for Union. For Stonehill, it's Lettinen, centered by Devlin O'Brien and Henri Schreifels, one of the top returning players for Stonehill. You're really getting a look there early, trying to pick one short side Lettinen. Devin Karlstrom, Dominic Campione, your point man, and Leonard Lipskis making his college debut, the freshman from Latvia. He's a 6'2 goaltender, catches with his right glove as he did just there. 36 seconds gone by in the opening period, our first stoppage. Is a Union team that was picked 6th in the ECAC preseason poll. 12-team league that's hodgepodge of the Ivy playing hockey schools and some others from across the region. meeting all time between these schools. Union leads 2-0. They won both meetings last year by a combined 9-2. That was then, this is now. There's Nate Hanley out there for Union. Takes some contact from Evan Orr, former Michigan Tech Husky, now in his first season here at Stonehill. Number 26 on the blue line, Shelby Township in Michigan. Pinching in near point, Nick Young. He had a team best 61 blocks for Union a season ago. Skyhawks brave. It's Teddy Lagerbach, the former Miami of Ohio Red Hawk. 6'0 junior from Minnetonka, Minnesota. 9 points in 52 games in Ohio. Young goes for Prokop. Outlet lands with Jacob Jeanette. Jeanette, the sophomore from Duluth, Minnesota. Kept in by Hart, near point. Whip swung across the way for David Cote. Access denied. Shot blocked by the Skyhawks' J.J. Granda. That one's up into the penalty bench. Another stoppage, 18-14 to go first period. This is Stonehill's 6th meeting against an ECA school since elevating to Division I for the 22-23 school year. Last year was the first year they played a full Division I schedule in essence. 0-5 in their first 5 against the ECAC. Obviously 2 losses against Union, played Brown, a handful of others. Kept in near side, Jake Cady. Cady and Kyle Heath playing on this 4th line for Stonehill. Some of the only holdovers from their Northeast 10 days. Cady was looking to the point for Justin Gibson. Cleared out. Not icing. Gibson, 6'1 freshman from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Going to the lone right now is Sutton. Sutton gains the line. He gets shouldered down by Campione. Devin Carlstrom, sophomore from Florida. He's got Anthony Galanti. Crisp outlet pass for Connor Smith. His progress halted as he gained the line, still able to get one deep for Colby MacArthur. Back to Phillips at the point. Off the wall pass, Sutton collects, Sutton thrown in front. Trying to go back to Smith. Skyhawks sniff it out. Here comes O'Brien. Devlin O'Brien, one of 2 Merrimack transfers in the starting lineup for Stonehill tonight. The first game as Skyhawks against their former team. Arthur gets it deep as Garnet charges in mix of exchange. Lettinen trying to make him pay. Sends one high off the end glass, and he engages in some contact with Colin Ferguson. Offsides. A little too frantic a pace there for the Garnet Chargers. Caden Villegas. We got a neutral zone drop. Those 2 Merrimack transfers, Brady Hunter and Devlin O'Brien, 2 of Stonehill's 3 goal scorers on opening night. Again, it was O'Brien the winner, and Hunter, the sophomore from Enfield, Nova Scotia, he had one of them. 2 assists for Henri Streifels in the game. 2 helpers for Dominic Campione as well. And then Anthony Galenti had the 3rd Skyhawk goal. Cameron Gaudette treats into the corner. Skating out Josh Nixon. Nixon, formerly of Lake Superior State, he's a member of the CCHA All-Rookie team back in 21-22. Was Nixon fires and scores! Quick entry for Josh Nixon. He scores his first as a Garnet Charger. Should say first of the season for Union. Nixon transferred here previously. Let's take a look. Goes low down on Lipskis. Cut him off guard. It's 1-0. Unassisted goal for Josh Nixon. 20 points his first year at Lake Superior State. Now up to 64 for his career, 29 goals. Villegas Mason Lindauer will pick up assists. Trying to turn the tides. Alexander Tierteshny squirts back out towards Brandon Buer. Buer, can of corn, caught by Lipskis. Low zone draw for Union. Shooting Stonehill early in this game. Less than 5 minutes gone by at Bridgewater Ice Arena. This game started about 15 minutes late. Union coming down from Schenectady. A little traffic along the Mass Pike. Campione. He goes back to Karlstrom. That's up into the stands. Off a deflection. Should be a draw neutral ice. Union is staying in Boston. Going to be taking on third-ranked Boston University tomorrow night. If you're not from the area, Bridgewater's with no traffic, 45 minutes from Boston on a Friday afternoon, more than 45 minutes. Kyle Heath won the draw for Galante. Campione resets in his own end, back at Karlstrom. Snap one near side for Connor Ronayne. He's your extra forward tonight, extra skater for the Skyhawks. DJ Hart. Atlas for Carter Corpy. Back on is Ronayne. Ronayne, the 5'11 sophomore for Plymouth, Michigan. Back at Kyle Heath. Heath for Orr. One-timer is going to be off the mark from Galante. Kept in the corner wall by the Skyhawks. It's Gaudette. That name sounds familiar. His older brother Adam, of course, the Hobie Baker winner at Northeastern. Now in the NHL. Here's Evan Orr. Stonehill making a trip to Matthews Arena tomorrow night. Take on Northeastern. All the way back down it goes, and it's an icing. We did not have a single icing in the women's game earlier today till the third period. Stonehill women against LIU. Excellent pace of play to that game. It was 2-0 win for the Sharks. Stonehill fell to 0-4. Game started at 2 o'clock. It was a wide gap of this doubleheader as Lettman wins the draw. Tierteshny carries one to the corner. That's off the skates of Schreifels. Schreifels towards Tierteshny. Now back at O'Brien. Fires one, it's blocked. Right back into the netting again. Right the block shot to DJ Hart. $13:49 to go first period. It's 1-0 Union on Josh Nixon's first goal of the season, the senior from Mississauga, Ontario. Ian Schwenninger. Top line for Stonehill out there for the draw. Lifted out on the backhand by Colby MacArthur. Sutton pirouettes towards the corner wall. In sync with MacArthur. Skyhawks quickly clear. Frankie Ireland gets wasted along the sideboards. No call. Nick Young, the 6'3 junior from Raleigh. Karlstrom peers back to his near side. Kicked down neutral ice by Teddy Lagerbach. Lindauer skates through the crease. Never reached the target of Lipskis. Ireland poked it out into neutral ice. Miles, some contact from Chambers. Karlstrom able to lure Lindauer in. Taken away by Union. It's Viegas. Blocked top the slot by Stonehill. Gonna move out. Right idea, certainly from Granda. Not enough zest to connect with Brady Hunter. Hunter nearly lost it to Nixon. Orr plays it safe. Evan Orr goes Goes zone to zone. His shots off the end boards. Off the carom, it's Ferguson. Ferguson with a C on his sweater. Binbrook, Ontario native. 36 points in now 110 games for the Garnet Chargers. Heath spins one back to the corner wall for Hunter. Hunter moves atop the zone looking for traffic. Picked off by Lindauer. Sends one up the ice for Muthersbaugh. Off the mark. That's Ben Muthersbaugh, the first year from Guilford, New Hampshire. Playing a little closer to home. He's going to try again. Got it to Hanley instead. Now Bjorn coming out as Lipskis. Things played to a halt. 11:46 to go in the first. Very early going. Shots on goal. 5-2 in favor of Union. Total shot attempts. 10 for Stonehill. 7 for the Garnet Chargers. 3 blocks credited to Union as well. That's just kept in by David Cote, first year from Quebec. Got a beeline in front was Jeanette. Rode the dasher a bit. Kept in by Cote for the time being. Probably loose by Katie. He might have some numbers. Looking to thread the needle towards Ronayne. Stuffed out by Union. Here comes Ethan Benz. No dice on that rush as Heath regains entry for the Skyhawks. Katie whips one. Pat save made by Chelvet. Chelvet, another Granite State native. He's from Goffstown, New Hampshire. Making his 48th appearance for Union. Prokop for Benz. Prokop. Got this one guided towards Young by Smith. Back on the far side for Young. These Union defensemen love to pinch in. It starts with Prokop. His 73rd game, 60 points now for the Garnet Chargers. Smothered there by Lipskis. John Prokop, the first Union player to be preseason all-conference since Mike Vecchione, 2017 graduate, did so for Union. And in the same sentence as Mike Vecchione, you're doing something right. He's the all-time leading scorer at Union. First overall in both points and assists, second in goals. Vecchione, Massachusetts native, played at Malden Catholic, won a couple of Super 8s for the Lancers. Massachusetts high school tournament. As a shot from Lettinen, a save made Chelvet. So an no-zone draw for the Skyhawks. Still 10:26 left in the first period. That'll be Lettinen. Joel Lettinen from Espoo, Finland. His father, Jiri, longtime NHLer, won a cup with the Stars in '99. Had to win that draw towards the slot, picked off by Connor Smith. He skates up near side, looking for a way around Gaudette. Evan Orr shovels one along the perimeter for Lettinen. Comes up with an outlet for Gaudette. Gains the line. Back for O'Brien. O'Brien tied up by Connor Smith. Sutton races after the puck. Schreifels through the slot as Gaudette keeps it in the zone. He backtracks a bit. Drops it off to Schreifels. Now Orr for Schreifels. Orr vacated the point. He's able to settle the puck in neutral ice. Try to take advantage maybe of a Union change. Hesitated just a moment. Skyhawks also needed fresh legs. Connor Smith, Josh Nixon, still the game's only goal scorer. Tried to go horizontal along the blue line. Did enter clean. That was for Viegas. Nixon, near circle, trying to go cross slot. Fluttering puck. Slipskis, watch it go by to the end boards. Now the far side. Union's got plenty of time. Well, turnaround offering from Nixon. Over to the near corner. Lagerbach on the scene for Stonehill. Taps one side glass, glove down DJ Hart. There's Tierney, formerly of American International College. Division I hockey school, Northeast 10, Division II, and everything else. From a league rival of Stonehill and all those sports. DJ Hart missed the connecting pass for Nate Hanley. Despite the best efforts of Buer up ice, it will be icing. 8:40 to go in the first period. Shots now 7-4 on goal, favoring Union. Five games involving ECAC teams tonight. Give the out-of-town scores as they become available. Buer. Poked out in the left circle. Here comes Brady Hunter. Hunter centers himself. Through the circle himself, and there's a kick save Chavette. And it'll be tipped home far post by Schreifels. Back out far side. This is Benz. Benz for Buer with Muthersbaugh. Buer lifts one near corner. Hanley couldn't glove it down, kept in Young. Thought about the one-timer, lured it beyond Granda. Net front, just wide from Muthersbaugh. Laser from point blank is Granda. Trying to feed Hunter. John Prokop. Team's leading scorer as a defenseman a season ago. 35 points, 8 goals. Gaudette off the skates of Katie. Able to recalibrate in time? No. Official says it is offside. And that will take us to our first timeout. 7:24 to go, first period. Union 1, Stonehill 0. Watch your college hockey on Skyhawk Vision on NEC Front Row. Back here at Bridgewater Ice Arena, there's a 1-0 lead for Union on a Josh Nixon goal, his first of the season. Out of town, Colgate leads Sacred Heart 2-0. Canisius RPI, scoreless at the end of one. Clarkson had the lead on Niagara. It was also 1-0 as Jeanette smacks one ahead. Take that back. Clarkson, Niagara, no score. 7 minutes to go here. 1-1 RPI and Canisius. 1-1 in Canton between St. Lawrence and Notre Dame. Ethan Benz for Jacob Jeanette. Is O'Brien and Jeanette getting tangled? It leads to a penalty for Stonehill. This is going to be on O'Brien. Happened right along the attacking blue line for Union. O'Brien will be gone, and the Garnet Chargers will be to the power play for the first time. So here's Muthersbaugh working right circle. Goes for Drew Sutton. Sutton back at Muthersbaugh, playing catch to the near side right. Gonna open things up on the backside. Prokop, one time for MacArthur. Snapped his stick in two. Skyhawks trying to take advantage. Here comes Schreifels. He'll go one-on-one with Prokop. Prokop, in addition to his offensive numbers, great defensively as well. Able to neutralize Schreifels. And he'll lead the charge himself. Winds up deferring to Buer. Buer quickly snaps from Muthersbaugh. It's onside. Still 80 seconds to go on this power play. Muthersbaugh top the slot. Shot never reached its target. Or down in the corner along with Schreifels. Kept in. Prokop feeds again to the corner for MacArthur. Spin it out of harm's way. Skyhawks. That was Galante. Prokop, he'll quarterback this power play from all parts of the ice. Throw an outlet from in deep. Really look for the entry if he doesn't just take it himself. Defers for Nixon, and Prokop will go off for a change. 45 seconds left on the man advantage. Here's Lindauer. Lindauer, blue attire. Skyhawks can clear. Here's Kyle Heath. All the way down. Chauvet takes a look back. Able to leave it for Colin Ferguson. Back on Villegas. 5'8" senior from Plano, Texas. Goes to Hanley. Rocky Point, New York native. Ferguson, the left shot, goes to Hanley, the right. Off the mark. Ferguson, Villegas atop the zone. Up a level for Nixon. Now he's got Lindauer. 5 seconds left on the power play for Union. But no stoppages of the clock on this man advantage. Back in even strength. Villegas the shot. Lipskis the save. Keeps it 1-0. Look at that last shot for Union. It was back at full strength at that point. Would have been a power play goal. Granda got it deep for the Skyhawks. Leo Chambers following behind him. Chambers, the freshman from Toronto. Hart skates in. Lipskis, glove stop. Tried to leave it for Chambers. Poked loose by Benz. Kirtishny. Up the wall for Granda. He's got Brady Hunter. He gets canceled out by Nick Young. And that puck is off a light fixture here, Bridgewater Ice Arena. Heard there was a lighting issue over at WB Mason Stadium earlier, the Stonehill field hockey team. Hopefully no lighting issues here in the present. Skyhawks field hockey, we're winning over Merrimack 1-0. Wound up winning 2-0. Stonehill field hockey on the up and up. Prokop back on the ice after the power play. Feeds Sutton. Looking for Connor Smith, near side. Ken Gaudette tries to wipe him out. There's a chance for Devlin O'Brien. 3-on-1 potentially for the Skyhawks. O'Brien in short side. Kick save Chauvet. And O'Brien unable to quite atone for the penalty earlier. Looks like the Skyhawks just got caught with too many men on the ice. Stonehill about to be short-handed again. Schreifels will serve it. I'm sorry, Gaudette will serve it. So Union did not score on its first power play, also didn't score on the man advantage last weekend against Army West Point. Still looking for their first man advantage goal of the season. Nick Young on the draw. Kept in by Ferguson. Here comes Chambers. Chambers, a shot. Sent over towards the corner by Chauvet. Union regroups. This is Ferguson. Gives it back to Villegas. Knifes his way through neutral ice. Gives to Hanley. Up top, Ferguson. Right circle, Lindauer. Lindauer for Hanley. Sends one low to the ice off the corner wall. Kept in by Young. Pardon me, Ferguson. He's got Nixon. Nixon through the circle. Looking back at Lindauer. Now Ferguson atop the zone. Plenty of traffic in front. Pad save Lipskis. Good job keeping his line. So a minute 12 to go on the power play for the Garnet Chargers. Nobody home at the point. Nixon sent it through the Grand Canyon-sized gap between the point men. Colin Ferguson will have some fresh power play personnel as he skates back up ice for the Garnet Chargers. Slow play in this one. Gives it back at Buer. Rough and tumble. He's over for Sutton. Sutton skids out in the corner. Whacked in front. One time MacArthur. Pad save made by Lipskis. Inside 40 seconds to go on this power play. When it does expire. It'll be about a minute left in the first period. Garnet Union goal first. Here's Buer. Easy entry to the attacking zone. There's a loose stick on the far side of the ice. The Garnet Chargers pay the price, at least for the time being. Maybe not Prokop. Near side Muthersbaugh, the one-timer, never settled on it. Prokop. Lipskis playing without a stick. Muthersbaugh fires. Lipskis still without a stick. Tries to go back far side of the post. Stick is in the goal. Prokop skates in. Back from Muthersbaugh. Right circle. 4 seconds left on the power play. Prokop. He's going to feed over to the far circle. Back to Muthersbaugh. Tees it up and a save. Lipskis without a stick. Lenard's Lipskis. He's not had an easy task here in the first period. He asked him to play without a stick here in the waiting moments of power play. Answers the challenge so far. Into the final minute now of the first period. Shots on goal now 12-7, favoring Union. Shot attempts 23-16. Hart. That one off the dasher. Favorably for the Skyhawks, though. Looking back up ice is Karlstrom. Swiped right back by Union. It was Carter Corpy. McYoung sent it ahead. One last chance here for Stonehill to even things. It's a bid from Frankie Ireland, the hometown boy, 63 points, and this is 63rd career game from Southeastern, where Stonehill's located. It's going to be smothered by Chalvet. 8.8 seconds to go here in the first period. Nixon, he's just going to try to take this one to the kick plate. And that is how the first period will come to a close between Union and Stonehill. Garnet Chargers 1-0 on the season when scoring first, 1-0 when tied at the end of the first period. Not had the lead after one yet, so this is the first time. See how it plays out, we'll take a break. You're watching Skyhawk Vision on NEC Front Row. One was too many men. It was actually an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Skyhawks. Bench minor all the same, but Stonehill killed them both off. 7 saves for Kyle Chalvet, 11 for Lenard's Lipskis, a freshman from Latvia making his collegiate debut. Sounds like the plan is for Lipskis to go today, and tomorrow night it'll be Connor Andralowicz up at Northeastern, the former Maine Black Bear from St. Louis, Missouri. Andralowicz at the start against Merrimack, picked up the win there. So he's earned some more time, but coaching staff wants to see what they have in Lipskis as well. Andralowicz is in his final year of eligibility as the teams have switched sides. Union now defending the goal to the right of your screen. Sent out by Chalvet for Brendan Miles. Further up ice for Josh Nixon. Playing on the far side on the right wing here in the second period. This game has been physical. There's only been one penalty called as a result of it. It was the hit from behind penalty on Devlin O'Brien. There's a shot rifled from Schreifels. He was set to go off, and a whistle. Looks like the net may have come ever so slightly dislodged. For a stoppage, 38 seconds gone by in the middle period. Schweninger on for the draw. Junior from Switzerland. Schweninger with 47 points over his first 60 games. Shot came in on Chalvet. Made the save. Orr feeds one. Chalvet not sure he saw it through. Came out towards the corner. Playable for Lagerbach. And a penalty coming. And this one's going to be on Union. Stonehill going to go to the power play for the first time, I believe. 55 seconds into the second period. Taking the skate over, Colin Ferguson. Is it Ferguson or Viegas they're sending? It will be Ferguson boarding the call. Skyhawks to the power play. First power play of the night for the Skyhawks. Great shot for Moore. Low blocker save from Chalvet. Orr gets fed again. Skates along the blue line. Comes back for Schweninger. Toggles with Orr. Gives back near side. Feeds one. No deflection. At least not on cage. Lagerbach from Granda. Denied once again by Chalvet. Orr the one-timer. Didn't get good wood on it. Chance for a short-handed rush here. Glove down by Orr. Trying to cherry pick up ice. Corpy. Skyhawks back on side. Still minute 23 to go on the power play. Schweninger. Far side. Calling for it. Schweninger. He goes over to Campione. And the Garnet Chargers clear. Quickly down the river on Lipskis. Campione, the sophomore from Kohler, Wisconsin. 9 points over his first 25 games of Skyhawk, including 2 assists in the opener at Merrimack. Brady Hunter able to fight his way over the attacking blue line. Nobody home far point. Campione rescues it, has to go all the way back to his own end. 0 for Streifels. Streifels dials up Hunter. Gets it deep as Kyle Heath. Play it towards the corner wall. Prokop looking to clear. Just kept in by the long reach of O'Brien. Right back out. Campione. He's got Streifels. Streifels onside. Right circle. Fires off the stick of Phillips. 18 seconds to go on the power play for Stonehill. They've had the zone time. They've had some shots. Nothing doing just yet. Streifels tucks one for Hunter. Skates out from the left. He's got Tiertishny. One-timer from Streifels off the mark. Fetch the rebound, O'Brien. 2 seconds left on the power play. Streifels again tees one up well wide of the cage. We're back at full strength here in Bridgewater. Icing waved off. Nate Hanley had to bide some time for the Cavalry to catch up. Pinned in by Justin Gibson. Here comes Hunter. DJ Hart. Forward for Hanley. Galante slowed it up as DJ Hart takes it right back, gains the line from the right circle off the skates of Katie. Keeps it out of the crease. Katie through neutral ice. Kind of self-pass. Gets the puck down at the end boards. Katie whips one across for Leo Chambers. Chambers, a few shuffles, goes back to his right. Got a little time for Galante. Galante. Goes the opposite direction for Evan Orr. Tucked in front, cutting on was Katie. Gonna force a forehand to the end boards. Nobody home. Skyhawks trying to change some personnel. Muthersbach. Puck on his handle. Clean diagonal for Buer. Buer looking back at Muthersbach. He's gonna shoot. That's coming way out. Went off the pads of Lipskis. Here's Hart. Skyhawks again, mixing things up. Buer onside. He feeds Lindauer. Lindauer denied access to Muthersbach. Good job by Orr swooping in. Schweninger, rather. Lagerbach. Clean breakout for Frank Ireland. Ireland with a shot. Glove stop. Chalvet couldn't hang on. Nixon lines up with the puck. He goes full speed ahead. Through the slot. Lipskis will hang on. Nixon denied his second. The stoppage, 15:06 to go in the second period. Menards Lipskis played junior hockey in the North American Hockey League, most recently with the Wisconsin Wendigo. Had some good numbers for them last year. Originally from Sigulda, Latvia. Think of Latvian hockey, you think their most prominent NHL player, probably the goaltender, Artur Survey. For the Carolina Hurricanes, late 90s, early 2000s. Not sure if he was still there when they were in Hartford with the Whalers. Digress. Skating on Phillips. Have a look for Brendan Miles. Phillips, near side Ferguson. Save made. Out towards the corner, and a penalty coming on Stonehill. Lipskis couldn't quite hang on to that puck. Just bought a few more seconds that bleed off. Now Union will go back to the power play for the third time here at 5:27. Guilty party going to be Campione. Going to be for a cross-check. Take a look at the replay here on Skyhawk Vision on NEC Front Row. Union 0 for 2 on the man advantage in the first period. Certainly not without their looks. Be Sutton, flanked by Buer, as well as MacArthur. Prokop and Muthersbaugh, your point men. Comes to Muthersbaugh, quickly to Prokop. Prokop from the half boards, MacArthur. He's got Buer across the goal mouth. Swing and a miss by Sutton. Kept in though Prokop, his offering blocked. Prokop blows a tire, has to fight to get the puck back towards safety. With Sutton, he's skating in Brady Hunter. Leo Chambers. Couple rotations around, far side. Now it's Prokop. He's got room to maneuver. Offside. Prokop maybe one stride too many. A little too cute with the entry pass from Muthersbaugh. Stonehill a season ago on the PK was under 70%. 69.2. Very early going this year. They've been better. Here's Ferguson. A little erase Galante. Now for Lindauer. Lindauer for Hanley. Couldn't hang on. Ferguson retreating. Chauvette will lend a hand. So a little more than a minute to go on the power play here for the Garnet Chargers. 13 and a half in the second period. Skating on is Nixon. Nixon looking for the slot. Access denied by Tiertishny. Hanley up the left side wing. That one back at Josh Nixon. Back on side for Parker Lindauer. Lindauer, former Maine Black Bear. Just played briefly in Orono. He's originally from Madison, Wisconsin. His Hunter, shorthanded chance, quickly erased by Caden Villegas. As Sutton gains the line near side. Sutton tried to force one, and that puck got stuck underneath the body. It looks like a Devin Karlstrom. Skyhawks trying to take advantage. Glove down Muthersbaugh in the slot. Knocked aside by Lipskis. Uses blocker side. Power play expires for the Garnet Chargers. Still in control of the attacking end. It was Prokop for Sutton. High off the glass, kept in Hanley. Hanley cycles for Buer. Buer in front for Sutton. Never got the shot on goal. There's a bid from Muthersbaugh. Lipskis again answers the bell. The Union 0 for 3 on the power play tonight. Take a look at that final sequence. Lipskis has been busy. And very good since giving up that goal to Josh Nixon. Face-off won by the Garnet Chargers, making another save. This one from Ethan Benz, the junior from Shakopee, Minnesota. Prokop glides in. Katie wrenches it away. Nick Young. Back over for Jeanette. Jeanette. Prokop. Open pocket. He had Young. Benz gained the line. Quickly erased by Justin Gibson. Carter Corpy. 360. Now moving straight ahead. Gains the line. Near side left. Prokop from Corpy. Back at Young. Lettinen. Toss it to Prokop. Katie. Clogs the lane with his stick. Going alone is Benz. All of a sudden, couple forwards with him. New defensive pairing as well. Gibson blocked it back on Smith. At the doorstep. Erased by Tiertishny. Skates out. A little behind Ronayne. Sutton. They'll go alone for the Garnet Chargers. Drops for Benz. He gets wiped out. Nice erasure from Galante. Gains the line with Ronayne. Shot. Kind of handcuffed Chalvet. Unable to crash the rebound, though, was Galante. Galante in front. Skyhawk score! It's Galante from behind the net. He was able to feed Connor Ronayne his first of the season. Stonehill evens it up at 1. Let's take a look at it. Great shift from Galante and Connor Ronayne, who's really your extra skater tonight. Proven a wise addition to the lineup by Coach Berard and company. They announced the goals the other way around. Galante from Ronayne. We'll confirm that. Either way, it's 1-1 here at the Bridgewater Ice Arena. Be a neutral zone draw. No, we're going all the way back to the Union, just outside the Union defensive end. 10:27 left in the second period. There's an intentional offside on the Garnet Chargers. Lettinen able to win the draw. Batted by O'Brien with a high stick, but first touched by Ferguson. So we play on without a whistle. Villegas, quick snap for Phillips. Campione gave it right back to Ferguson. And once again back at Campione. Now in his own end. Pressure applied by Lindauer. Villegas inserts himself. Lipskis going to cover up with Josh Nixon breathing down on him. And that'll take us to a timeout. 9:55 to go in the second period. Brand new hockey game. 1-1 between Stonehill and Union. You're watching Skyhawk Vision on NEC. It was Ronayne who scored. It was Galante on the assist. Regardless, it's 1-1. Stonehill and Union have the goal. 9:08 of the second period. Ronayne's first of the season. Third career goal. For Galante, he's now up to an even 10 points. He had a goal in the opener and an assist today. Galante, outlet for Heath. Here's Muthersbaugh. Muthersbaugh, left circle shot. Lipskis never saw it initially. Paws it off the side of the cage on the follow-up by Muthersbaugh. Far point. Nick Young. Muthersbaugh gives it to Prokop. Prokop back at Hanley. Backhand for Pierre. A whistle. The net might be a little loose as Orr and Hanley exchange pleasantries. Stonehill now out shooting Union. It's 16-14 on goal. Lenard's Lipskis making his first collegiate start. He's been sharp. Ditto for Kyle Chalvet. He's a veteran, but nevertheless, well goaltended matchup. Stonehill looking for its first ever win over not only Union, but an ECAC program. 0 for its first 5. Including 0 for 2 against Union. Hart. Near side for Ferguson. Handcuffed him a bit, still able to get it deep. Collected by MacArthur. Right back for Ronayne. Stonehill scorer, gets it deep. Hart skates behind the net, dangerously in front. Sutton had to whack-a-mole that out of harm's way. Justin Gibson, left point, feeds one, whizzes off the M boards. Tiertishny, that's set it towards the corner. Fluttering puck collected by Justin Gibson. Justin Gibson, the younger brother of Anaheim Ducks goaltender John Gibson. 3-time All-Star goaltender, 39th overall pick in the 2011 NHL entry draft. Lagerbach connected against Ferguson. Loose puck, here's Corpy. Corpy for MacArthur. He's from Summerside, Prince Edward Island. Got it deep. Skyhawks fail to clear. Good look ahead. That was intended for Benz on a backhand no-looker. Initially from Corpy. Snuffing it out as Lipskis. 7:42 to go, second period. 1-1 still between Stonehill and Union. Garnet Chargers 0 for 3 on the power play. Skyhawks 0 for 1. Stonehill did have a power play goal in the opener. Their very first goal of the season from Brady Hunter. 0 for their last 3. Skyhawks are 5 for 5 on the PK this season. Pardon me, 6 for 6. Viegas in front. Lipskis retreated into the cage, but don't believe he ever had to make a stop. Josh Phillips drops it back for Prokop. Prokop, first team ECAC last season, of course, in addition to being second team All-American. Phillips lobs one in. Can of corn for Lipskis. Prokop, I should say, the ECAC Defenseman of the Week. Week 1 of the season. When not every ECAC school is in action, the Ivies still don't open up for another couple of weeks. Brown, Harvard, Yale, Dartmouth, Princeton, Cornell. Half the ECAC, no varsity hockey at Penn or Columbia. Jeanette. Banked one back for Nick Young. Ferguson snapped Corpy on side, couldn't handle it. Here's Lettman. Ferguson takes away a puck intended for Schreifels. Ferguson goes wide, trying to veer back to the middle against Tierteshny. Lost an edge. Lettman, great entry for O'Brien. He'll run wide and up high. Save made by Chauvet. Good job by the Skyhawks flipping the sheet. Muthersbach couldn't handle the outlet. Karlstrom, backhanded one for Galante. Campione gonna have to provide some layering for Lipskis. Buer collects the puck far half boards. Buer. Near side left for Cote. Sends it back through the vacant corner. Muthersbach to the right. Quick snap from Hart. Blocked. Here come the Skyhawks. Galante is down like a bowling pin off the skates of Cote. Galante, and I believe that was Hanley. Another collision. This game has not devolved into anything overly physical, but the intensity's still there. And all the while, another penalty called. This one on the Skyhawks. Galante will be gone. He has an assist and now a minor for tripping. 14:54 of the second period. Skyhawks 6 or 6 on the PK so far this season. Includes 3 for 3 on the PK tonight as Ferguson tries to get this Union power play revving. Eagles near side for Hanley. Cross ice. Good look for Sutton up top. Save made by Lipskis. Ferguson keeps it in near side. Chambers racing over. Trying to deny Villegas any comfort. Lindauer Nixon operating from the right side corner. Now back up top. It's Miles. He goes to Ferguson. Nixon. One more for Miles. Retreats out of the right circle. Up top for Ferguson. Sends one through the slot. Lipskis sprawled out, net loose. Stonehill 6 for 6 on the PK. Union 0 for 6 on the power play on the season. Not score a power play goal against Army West Point last week either. .422 to go, second period. Quick shot off the draw from Buer. No trouble for Lipskis. MacArthur, up top it's Prokop. Prokop across the way has Miles. In deep is Sutton. Buer. MacArthur, Prokop gets touching. Right side circle, fed by Muthersbach. Buer, MacArthur rather, keeps in at the half boards. Knocked loose by Chambers. Prokop from Villegas. Dials up Buer. Leaves one for MacArthur. Tested by Schreifels. Prokop enters. Left circle. One-timer from Muthersbach. High and off the mark. About a half minute left on the power play for Union. Now on top in shots on goal again, 19-18. Total shot attempts 40-30. Coach David Berard, you wanted to get freshman Lenards Lipskis a look. Still a lot of hockey left in this one. You have to be impressed. See what becomes of the Skyhawks goaltending situation, if it's going to be a true timeshare, if it's still a competition for the number one job between Lipskis and Andrilovich. Played almost 5 periods of hockey plus a little overtime now against Merrimack. And some good goaltending for the Skyhawks as Hanley back on side. Lindauer. Up top, Villegas. Hanley the shot. Lipskis the save. Lindauer behind the net. We're back to 5-on-5. Union falls to 0 for 4 on the man advantage. Great job by Stonehill's PK. Nothing you want to get into a habit of, but answering the call whenever necessary. Galante, down ice. Prokop, around the edges. That's for Hanley. Galante nearly had a clean takeaway. Nixon. Galante does take this one away. Katie gets it deep. Heath pursues. Galante moves out of the right side corner. Cross point. He's got Karlstrom. Leaves a dent in the end boards. 2.5 to go. Second period takeaway right down low from Katie. Galante, spinorama from the half boards. Glove stop, Chauvette. Let's take a look at the last couple of saves in this one. Very good goaltending here. Both these goalies in mid-season form, and just their second game of the season overall, and the very first for Lipskis, his debut. That, again, played in the opener against Army West Point. Scrum to the far side left. J.J. Granda trying to shimmy it free. Here's Benz. Nice diagonal onside. For Corpy. Benz, and we're going to have some more whistles, more penalties. Sort it all out. Campione looks like he's going for Stonehill, but I don't think he's going to be alone. Campione's gone. Who's his counterpart? Going to be Carter Corpy. Corpy and Campione both gone. Imagine these will offset and will stay 5-on-5. I may be wrong. I only see 4 skaters for both teams on the ice right now. It's matching minors, 4-on-4. .149 to go in the second period. It's going to be even strength, barring another penalty, till the start of the third period. Wide open ice. See who this benefits. Two minutes unsportsmanlike. Your respective offenders. Prokop. Couple of Skyhawks right on him. Tries to follow up to the M boards or poked it loose. There's Cameron Gaudet. Out for O'Brien, a little behind Streifels. Prokop. Entry for Pure. Further for Sutton. Backhand bid won't go. Delayed call coming against Stonehill. Speaking into existence, so much for even strength. Going to be 4-on-3 for Union now for the duration of the second period. This is going to be Gaudet. He'll go, I would imagine, slashing the call. Indeed it is. So 4-on-3 power play for the Garnet Chargers. Ferguson, Lindauer, Muthersbaugh, Colby MacArthur, their personnel. Skyhawks counter with Tierteshny, Streifels, Justin Gibson. Muthersbaugh up high with Ferguson. Diamond look on this 4-on-3 for Union. Skyhawks with a triangle. Muthersbaugh. Down for Nick Young. Pardon me, that was for Lindauer. Too much of a shuffle, and Streifels comes to midway through the break, realized he had the numbers, and he scores! Henri Streifels was up ice I don't think he had any idea that puck was coming his way until it landed on his stick. He skates in and gives Stonehill their first lead of the night, 2-1. Cue this one up on Skyhawk Vision. Trifles beat Chauvette low to the left side. Short-handed goal. First of the season for the Skyhawks. 4-on-3 shorty, no less. First of the season for Trifles, his 11th career. Prokop goes over Sutton. Save Lipskis, and the net is loose. Yet again. 17 seconds left here in the second. They'll stay 4-on-3 for the rest of this period, and then the first 12 seconds of the third. Again, barring another penalty. Sutton, Prokop, Muthersbaugh, Hanley before for the Garnet Chargers. Schweninger on for the draw. Pardon me, that's O'Brien for the Skyhawks. Out there with Orr. Karlstrom. 10 seconds left in the period. Skyhawks very content. They can keep this puck deep. Union with other ideas. Playing deep safety was Orr. A little help from Karlstrom. Going to help the Skyhawks enter the third period with the lead. Stonehill, 2-1 lead over Union. The third period we go between Stonehill and Union. Jake Love back with you on the call. Skyhawk Vision on NEC front row. It's 4-on-3 in favor of Union for now 4 more seconds. They'll have an abbreviated 45-second power play or so. Cameron Gaudette still in the box with the Skyhawks are tripping as Buer tries to tie it, not on Lipskis' watch. Kept in far side, good reach from Colby MacArthur. 6'3", he's got that good wingspan. He keeps one in from the half court, goes to John Prokop. Prokop for Muthersbaugh. Net loose. That's been a theme here in this game. Second game this season for Stonehill. It's the first time they've had the lead after 2. They've now either been tied or had the lead after 2. Skyhawks hoping to be more competitive than last season, and with a win tonight, they would match their win total from a season ago. Still all sorts of hockey left as Prokop goes to MacArthur. MacArthur from Muthersbaugh, trapped it with the skates, gets it back right circle. Cross ice MacArthur, Prokop slings it, net loose again. So 12 seconds left on the abbreviated power play for Union. Garnet Chargers 0 for 5 on the man advantage. Still looking for their first power play goal of 2024. Skyhawks been perfect in PK. That includes against Merrimack. Missing the mark at the point off the draw win. This time Prokop can get back on side. It'll be even strength. Prokop with some open ice to the near side right. Whips one up off the end glass. Through the corners it goes. Buer collected by Granda, and now puck up into the concrete support beams here at Bridgewater Ice Arena. Total shots through 2 periods, 22-20 in favor of Union. Your total shot attempts, 45-33 the first shots on goal. Again, Garnet Chargers 0 for 5 on the power play. Stonehill just 0 for 1. Skyhawks ahead right now on a short-handed goal from Henri Trifles. In that 4-on-3 sequence at the end of the second period. Connor Ronayne also scored for Stonehill. Josh Nixon made it 1-0. Union. Garnet Chargers 1-0 when scoring. Trying to come from behind it. Linda with a pickpocket. Loses it to Lindauer in the same fashion. Back from Nixon. Snaps one. Getting just a piece of it. Lipskis. And there goes that net again. Both these teams in action tomorrow up in Boston. Stonehill heading to historic Matthews Arena, take on Northeastern. Union heading on Com Ave, taking on third-ranked Boston University. Gorgeous Ganis Arena. Ganis Arena, everything you want out of a modern facility. Matthews, I maintain it's everything you want out of an historic venue. Getting a much-needed facelift. But if you haven't been to Matthews Arena, take it in. Follow the Skyhawks up there tomorrow. The oldest still in operation indoor sports facility in North America. And in use since the early 1900s. Former home of the Boston Bruins, Boston Celtics, and the New England Whalers, as they were known at the time. Trace them now to Carolina's. Corpy ties it. Carter Corpy skates atop the slot through traffic. He fires one past Lipskis. First of the season, 18th career. We're square at 2 here in Bridgewater. Corpy kept that one on his person. Simple wrister past Lipskis. 2-2. 1:55 of the third. Even strength goal for Corpy, junior from South Lyon, Michigan, playing his 69th game tonight for the Garnet Chargers. Credit Jeanette and Benz with the helpers. First points of the season for both of them. Justin Gibson. No connection up ice. No icing, however. It was touched by a Garnet Charger on its way through. MacArthur. Across the sheet for Villegas. Back on side, it's Lindauer. Pivots off the half boards. Dishes to MacArthur. Throws it in front. Puck still favoring the Garnet Chargers as Hart has one tapped loose by Schwenninger. Here comes Katie. Katie ahead. He's going to get called, or he's going to draw a penalty. Won't be a penalty shot. He was held. And Stonehill go to the power play. Just 3:09 into the third period. The chance to take the lead back. Developed quickly. Katie able to take the top off on a feed from Gibson. Ferguson's going to go for Union. 6-footer from Binbrook, Ontario. Ferguson's played more games than anyone else on this Union roster. One more than Josh Nixon. In his 109th game tonight, 110 for Ferguson. So it's a holding call on Colin Ferguson. The puck goes up into the concrete, and it'll now be 5 seconds gone by. 16:45 to go in the third period. Garnet Chargers with an emphatic clear. Stonehill 0 for 1 on the power play. Who have a special teams goal, the shorty 4-on-3. Phillips sends a shot right on Lipskis. He has to make a ready save. Drops for Schreifels. Campione this way and that. Guides it O'Brien. Devlin O'Brien. He had the game winner against Merrimack. He gets bodied down. Loose puck though for Hunter. Still loose in front, just past Campione's handle. Lipskis races out. They'll just leave it for Campione and then force one up ice. MacArthur stays high. Outlet for Ireland. Across the way for Schwenninger. Schwenninger looking to return that one to Lagerbach. Evan Orr. Onside is Ireland. Here's Granda. Granda moves in close. Granda still loose. On comes Orr. Just missed wide. Schwenninger. Over from the right. Along the blue line. Handled by Ireland. Ireland for Orr. The one-timer. That was blocked in front. Sputtering puck. Skated to by Orr. Ireland gets a touch in. Granda trying to bulldog his way to the corner. Garnet Chargers clear. Still 18 seconds left on the power play for Union. For Stonehill, I should say. Ireland enters from the left. Granda, Lagerbach will give chase from the right. Coming on Gibson. Giving away to Nate Hanley. Hanley skates off the rest of the power play. Gets one on Lipskis. Puts the glove down at a stoppage. 14:47 left in the third. Lost the glove and re-equip his Buer. Hanley from the corner wall. Campione wipes him out. Racing to keep it on is Miles. He possesses the puck back in neutral ice. Turns one against the grain. Gives it away to Lettinen. Here comes Lettinen. Won't get any further than the left circle. Poked back at Karlstrom. Down low now Lagerbach. Pad save. Stacked by Chauvet. Lettinen bullied out of the corner. Puck bisects the point. And skating up towards the hash marks was Lipskis. Got to be careful. Campione over towards Katie. That one dies off the end glass inside 14 minutes to go in the third. Galante had to lift one for Chambers. Karlstrom able to spin Nixon. Knocked down by Lindauer on his entry. He goes over to Connor Smith. Connor Smith falls the puck off the block. Pad save made. Colby MacArthur and some extension there from Lipskis. Lindauer. Shove one towards the slot. Galante with a takeaway. Here he comes. He'll just feed one deep. Chauvet gloves it down. Good job flipping by Galante. Skyhawks will have an ozone draw. 13:20 left and a little extracurricular down in front of the Union net. This is Stonehill's first and final home game of the month of October. Next in action Friday, the 1st of November against St. Lawrence. 5 home games in November in all. 2 of them are at Warrior Ice Arena up in Boston. It's the Bruins practice facility. Very nice facility, opened going back about 10 years now, maybe a little more. Where Stonehill won the Northeast 10 championship in the winter of 2020. I believe it'll be their first game there since. Stonehill over Franklin Pierce for that title. Viegas up ahead for Sutton. Viegas, you already know it, loose net. It's not to say it's intentional on the part of Lipskis or anybody, but this is a recurring theme here at the BIA. That's come loose a little easily. 12:42 to go in the third. Goal shots now on goal. 30 for Union, 25 for Stonehill. Stonehill's 2 games up at Warrior, by the way, against Merrimack and Army West Point. Ferguson for Sutton. Friendly fire into the Garnet Charger bench. Josh Howgie, the Union coach, now in his third season. Bethel alum, class of 2015. Top assistants John Ronan, former Maine Black Bear 2013, and Mike Zanella, Buffalo State, class of 2014. Goalie coach is Brian McDonald. Frankie Ireland looking for Heath. Heath banks one for Gaudette. Well wide off the end boards. Shot out of a cannon far side is Corpy. He has the equalizer. Trying to buy some time for Jeanette to catch up. Jeanette with Corpy as well as Benz. It's the fourth line on paper for Union. Yet they produce the equalizing goal. Heath, outlet for Hunter. Thinking self-pass, he's going it alone. Personnel change for the Skyhawks. Prokop skates it back behind his own net. Phillips for Nixon. Wants Smith. Chambers lost it. Nixon had that first goal for Union early on in the first period. Back to the blue line he goes for Brendan Miles. Nick Young taps it for Lindauer. Kept in by Miles. Miles skates past Green.